Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Hello, Mr. Nix.
Hey Multi, how's it going, bud?
Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, just give me a second so that I finish setting things up on my end.
So while he's setting things up, what we're going to be doing today, guys, is what we did a little bit last week as well. So we're going to do a little bit of the Doomsday fight and the general iconics, as well as possibly both of the 8-mans if we have time. I think we can do it. And that'll be the plan for today. So if you guys want to join us, send me a tell. And I'll add you to the group, because I think we're going to be doing the event version, because I see we have Con Al in here, and he's CR-73 as a tank.
Yeah, no, it's my fault. Next time I'll probably ask people, well, next time will be Villain Week, or will it be? Let me check. Oh, no,
No,
actually,
it should still be. Should be.
So, okay, so
Yeah.
next week what we'll do is that when I post the message about you guys coming to play with us, I'll ask for people to be combat rating. What's the combat rating here? 320,
Yeah.
322?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So I'll ask people to
Yeah.
be 322 so that we can play the regular version of the missions.
Either that, or I got to remind myself to prepare myself on a Thursday to run the raids and stuff, so I get the appropriate gear content.
But no, tonight I didn't specify, so anyone that wants to come
That's
in,
fine.
come
Yeah,
in,
absolutely.
and we'll play the event version. It's fine. So if you guys need to play the raid, if you did not play your raids yet this week, come and join us. We'll do that right now, and also a bit later we'll go fight the evil Doomsday. So if you need your weekly Doomsday mission to be done, come and join us. All the same also with the generals. We'll probably play the generals afterwards. So obviously, it all depends on how long it'll take us to play the raid. But last time we were able to play not just the generals, but we were able to play the generals a couple of times. So if all goes well, we should be able to do that again tonight. Although we are a bit later, so maybe some of you guys are not here tonight. I made a little green multiverse for the spring seasonal. I might tweak the look a bit, but I kind of liked it. And I didn't use
I like it.
I didn't
I
use
like
the
it.
holographic chroma just yet, so I thought tonight would be the night of nights.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, for sure. It's very similar to the Mystic Aura, the Green Mystic Aura. But yeah, I do like this. This is good. Good look on you. Of course, I can't change my look on this guy. I flat refuse to do it.
That's all right. Next month you'll have to change it. You'll have no choice.
No, this is my hero. The hero doesn't change. My villain always changes.
Okay. Durable Wolf
Okay.
is asking, what are we playing on? We're playing on US PC and US PS4. So if you want to come and join us, tonight is the night of nights. The emblem is one of the Celtic emblems. We have like, I don't know, a couple of them at least. So I thought, why not go for that? I wanted to use one of the spring seasonal emblems, but I kind of liked this one, so I went with that instead. So if you guys want to join us, just log in, send a tell to our friend Nix, and Nix will invite you to the group. So we got our friend Conal from last week, role player, Android 16. Let's give a bow to everyone. Sorry, Tyler. There's always next week. Next week, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what we do get. If we can get new rewards, that would be nice. Although it might be a bit early for that, but we never know.
I want double currency.
That's too early.
I know, but still.
Well, yeah, it would be nice.
We're down to 3 people. 3 people who want to join. Send me a tell, and we'll add you to the group, and we'll get swinging into some content. Or if you guys have questions for us, this is probably one of your best times to get it to be answered.
Yeah, while we'll wait for the group, if you guys have any questions, we'll try to pay a bit more attention to the chat. It's a bit easier right now than when we're smack in the middle of a mission.
Yeah, usually when we're in the middle of the raid and Multiverse is attempting to troll for us. You know, just the usual. Oh wait, no, you're DPS right now. Woohoo! What's your troll look like?
Oh, it's my usual troll look.
Oh, boring. Go back to the other guy.
Too late.
Mm.
Although we already have 2 trolls, so I might change. That material is the bright cosmic chroma. It's a pretty popular material. Sadly, it was a bit challenging to get, so a lot of people just weren't able to get it. The shoulder is the spindrift shoulder.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
How close are you to completing your back?
Not that close. I'm pretty much where at the point where I was when I made my previous video. So I'm at
Okay.
let's see, I'm at rank 21 still.
Okay. You've been enjoying the luxury of your Nightwing character a bit too much, sir. You need to get back to the grind.
Yeah, I suppose. But like yesterday, I grinded the spring seasonal, so I did not grind much yesterday. This weekend I'll try to grind a bit for the shoulder the back piece.
See, personally, I don't call it grinding the seasonal. I just call it doing your dailies. But maybe a little bit more because you're going to add your other alts into it.
Well,
I
that's what
find
I
that
mean.
you got to do it.
I did it with like I don't know 8 or 10 characters yesterday.
Yep, same. And today.
What's the code? There's no code. Ty Lake, please don't spam like that, otherwise I'll put you in a timeout. Thank you, Thalboy, for being here. It's appreciated.
So we are 6 out of 8 right now. We need 2 more individuals to come and join.
But some of you guys, someone asked in the comments, I forget what video, about if there was any new codes. I haven't seen any new code in a while. The last new codes we saw was, I think it was for the Extra Life event, like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything in a long, long time now.
Because nowadays they don't put codes anymore. What they do is that they'll give us stuff to go into the redeem claim tab, not the redeem
Yeah, you
claim.
just have you just have to
there's
claim it.
yeah.
You'll log on and you'll have to automatically claim it, or if you're already on, you'll just get the notification. That's always a fun experience.
So there's not really codes anymore, but who knows? Maybe at some point they'll have codes again. We'll have to wait and see for that. Thank you, Ty 2000. Did you watch Invincible yet, Mr. Nix?
Oh yeah, I completed it. Yeah, it's great. I loved every bit of it.
Although the last episode, some of the animation was a bit wonky. I'm not sure if they just ran out of time, ran out of budget, or both. There's Hyper who's asking to be joined to the group. I'll tell him to send you a tell.
Yep. His videos are helpful. Absolutely.
Well, obviously it depends. If you are an old warhorse who's been playing the game since the beta days, you might not find them as useful. But I see plenty of people who new players who seem to find them useful.
Right. For you cater to the new player audience. I cater to the individuals of Tier B or Tier C, so I get it. Nix, what's your YouTube name? Take a shot at it. It might have to do with my name. Nix the Black Mask, that's what it is.
Sorry, Christian, if you're on Xbox. Sadly, we don't have crossplay just yet. Hopefully, someday we will have crossplay with everyone. We're not there yet. But it would be nice if they did allow crossplay. Or even better yet, if they merge all the servers together, US, European, Xbox, everyone. But I'm not sure if it'll ever happen. I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry, cool. But even if you are a villain, we will go fight Doomsday and the generals a bit later. So even if you have a villain character, once we're done with the raids, we'll go fight Doomsday. So if you need to defeat Doomsday for your weekly, or if you need to defeat the generals for either the weekly or even some of the feats, come and join us. We'll do that a bit later. Hello, Carthomas. That Flash chess style, it's from Central City. If you're an evil villain and you go to Central City, that is the style you can purchase. I forget the name of the style. Mr. Nix might help me, or unless he doesn't remember either.
What's this now? Sorry.
The style that Hero Fall Heroes 1 has, the chess piece. I assume that's what he means. Unless he means Hyper L.
Isn't that like the? It kind of looks like. I
I'm
was gonna say
reverse.
the Damian Wayne chest at first, but then an emblem was put on top of it. But yeah, no, it could be a reverse Flash or
Well,
armor.
I always say reverse, but when I check it, it's never that. So it's another name. It just doesn't.
Oh,
I can't remember it right now. I have a brain fart. High voltage. Thank you, Prime the Flash.
there you go. Yes, that's right.
Mo Crow is asking if you watched the movie Under the Red Hood. Yes, I did, and I really
Of
enjoyed it.
course.
Ironically
Which
enough,
version?
I did not like the storyline in the comics very much, but in the animated movie, I thought it was much better. And I really enjoyed the scenes where Jason Todd is Robin and he's all happy and joyful and all that. That was a fun bit, I thought.
Did you watch the new one that has the alternate versions as to what happens in the end?
No, I didn't see that just yet.
I never saw that either, but I saw some YouTube clips. Like, so you, well, essentially what happens is it's like you pick the path for for the ending. So either like he kills the Joker or he doesn't kill the Joker, stuff like that. All right, we got a full group. We're good to go.
I'm not sure why the menu is going crazy on me.
Oh, that's not good.
Ah, yeah, I'm looking in the wrong place. My bad. But no, I did not see the latest, the newer version with the alternate ending and all that. So I'll have to put that on the to-do list. The same with there's a JC movie that was just made in animated form. I didn't get a chance to watch that either. I watched Godzilla vs Kong. I didn't like it very much. Like I
So
pretty
for
much
that movie, it's one of those things you gotta just turn your brain off and say, I'm not gonna try to think about this too much and just try to enjoy the smashy.
well,
Aggressive.
I didn't like the every second with the humans. I didn't like those. So it was a bit of a painful experience to go through that just to get to the monster bits.
Exactly. I mean, it always is, right? You're there to watch the two duke it out. You're not there for the let's talk it out. Let's talk about how dangerous everything is situation. You don't care about that. You just want to see them fight.
But I did not watch Mortal Kombat just yet. It's on the to-do list. What else did I watch?
Same for me. I gotta watch that too. That JLA animated movie. I gotta watch that as well.
And I saw there was a preview for the first 15 minutes of Army of the Dead. I hated that.
I also need to watch the new Saw movie. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I watched what's his name, Jeremy Johns. So I saw his review about the Saw movie. He didn't have a very high opinion of it. He seems to enjoy some bits, but most of it he didn't seem to enjoy very much.
Ah, okay. It's funny that you mentioned him because I watch him too.
Well, he's one of the few reviewers that I kind of trust, even though
Yeah.
I don't always agree with him, but
Yep,
I know
same.
I know what to expect from him a bit.
For sure.
The Sunder cut. I assume Romeo, you mean the Snyder cut? No, I hated that. for a whole bunch of reasons. But also, I saw Army of the Dead, like the first 15 minutes of Army of the Dead, and it kind of confirms to me that I'm not a Zack Snyder fan. There's too many things that he tries to ignore just to get the story going. Like in order to get the story, I don't know if you want to spoil the Army of the Dead, Mr. Nix.
No, no, no. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Basically, to get the story started, they have to have the dumbest, most stupid soldiers you ever saw. They have to be too stupid to see that there's a car coming straight at them, and once the car rams into them and it kind of messes up the convoy, let's say that, they're too stupid to even have a protocol for what happens if something goes wrong. They stand there, they don't know what to do, they call on the radio, what should we do? It's the level of stupid in that just that 15 minutes is more than I could bear. So I think I'm really not a Zack Snyder fan. The one exception, I guess, would be 300. That's probably the one thing I really enjoyed that he did. No, I did enjoy Dawn of the Dead, and I thought with Army of the Dead, seeing how it's his own brand, his own stuff that he's creating. He doesn't have to conform to people's preconceived notion of who Batman is or Superman is. I thought it might be a bit different or a bit better, but I guess I really don't like Zack Snyder. In order to get the story where he wanted it to be, you had to make the soldiers unbelievably stupid. I just couldn't watch that. So I watched the first 15 minutes, the preview they put online, but I don't think I'll watch the movie. And have you seen the bad news that Shang-Chi and the Eternals might be banned in China?
Oh, I didn't hear about that. That's crazy. No way.
Yeah, it would be sad for Disney. They pretty much made those movies, or they hired the director for Eternals specifically to cater to China. And now it turns out that it might have been a big waste.
Yeah. I know people would be screaming at me, I'm not doing mechanics. No, I know. I'll grab the platform thing in a second. I'm just killing gorillas for fun. I just like being in the gorilla form. It's fun.
Ty2K is asking, when do you think the DCUO updates are coming, and will there be no more escrow? No, I'm pretty sure the escrow is here to stay. I'd be really surprised if they remove the escrow. Although, you never know, I wouldn't have expected them to put all the episodes for free. Although I would suspect that for the episodes being for free, I wouldn't be surprised if not that many at this point bought the older episodes. So it probably doesn't cost them anything to put them for free at this point. But for the escrow, having your cash unlocked is one of the really main reasons to be subscribed. So I would be really surprised if they remove the escrow. As for any updates, we should have a new DLC. I would say at the latest in August.
Head to the museum. I think I figured out why we're here and what here is.
And we know that there's not going to be really the PS5 client until 2022. So I wouldn't expect any big update for DCUO until maybe next year. What about you, Mr. Next? What do you think they might do?
So for that, like the DLC is when that's coming out. I mean, probably along those lines. Yeah, probably August sometime, possibly September. I mean, they gotta try and keep our interest, right? So they'll have to try to add in some content to keep us wanting to log on every day. But yeah, we'll see. Escrow ruins the game for me. Well,
Well, it's one of the few incentives to convince you to subscribe.
So I would tell people about my past life as to how I first started onto this game. I was a free-to-play character for over a year. And what I would do is, because I was in a league, is I always stress about how important it is to be in leagues. I would invite people, if I was to make a deal with somebody, to my league, just for a quick moment, and then I would tell them to go to the league banks, and then that's where I would tell them to put the item in. So if I wanted something, I would work for it, and then I would give them something back in return. So I'd go item for item. So I completed a lot of collections for people, but I got a lot of stuff out of it. Anything that I wanted. Auras, you name it. Back in the day, it was easy to be able to do. If I was free to play right now, yes, it'd be very challenging to be able to get like materials and all that kind of fun stuff, but I guarantee you, I could make it work.
But for the escrow, the only thing it really prevents is the playing the broker, because you can pretty much play the game fine. You can repair your stuff if you plan ahead and gather stacks of colas. The one thing you cannot do is play the broker.
The game isn't very active. I don't know about that.
I guess it depends on which server you play.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh no, don't tell me this is happening. Oh no, not again.
What happened?
This is my combination I need, but the feat is only for the normal and the elite version.
Ah.
Just try not to get
This
hurt.
kills me. This is the second time I've seen this in the event.
I'll teach you to play the elite version.
That'll teach me for playing the event version, you mean?
Oh, okay. If you say so. But yeah, the game is fairly active. It depends on the server you play. Obviously, if you play on Switch on a European server, yeah, it might not be that active, especially if you play maybe on the villain side.
Oh yeah, like for example, like for the US server, log on day one, like when the server came up for the spring seasonal, and you were to warp to the spring seasonal, you'd see probably anywhere from 50 to 100 people in the Hall of Doom in that one spot.
Oh, that explains it. Cool. The infinite sort of cola thing. I assume you mean the. This cola here, the bottle city soda. It's an artifact that you can get from the Quarks vendor. Technically, it comes from the Kryptonian time capsule, but you can get it from the Quarks vendor easily enough.
Or on the broker. They're also sold on the broker too, so you got multiple ways of being able to get that. I've made a video on that. That's a very important artifact soda to get. I'm out of the map. I can't get back in.
Oh no!
Who said that? AJ? So who is that? Would be Android?
Did you fall through the floor, or?
Our healer must have fell through the floor.
It's sadly we're seeing things that we hadn't seen since the good old days of PS3. Breakthrough. We did talk about the Black Superman in the last live stream. We had a bit of a rant, I guess, about that. But yeah, we did hear about that. The short version, I hate the idea. We already have various Black Superman. Technically, we have Steel that is a Black Superman, but let's assume you're one of the people who would say Steel doesn't count. We have Calvin Ellis, we have Valzad. Heck, we have Sunshine Superman from way back in the 70s. So there's pretty much an embarrassment of riches for Black Superman. But sadly, that's not really what they want. If you check, Tyler, if you check last week's stream, you should be able to see the replay, quote unquote. We spoke about that quite a bit. Tyler, well, the escrow is if you are a free-to-play player or a premium player, your cash is limited. if you're a free-to-play player, your cash is limited to 2,000. If you are a premium player, you're limited to 3,000. And anything in excess of that goes into something called the escrow. So if you want to be able to have access to the cash that is in the escrow, you need to either purchase an escrow token or you have to be a legendary player. A legendary player have access to all their cash, which is one of the incentives to be legendary. So I would be really surprised if they ever were to remove the escrow.
Kid Flash, listen to me. That's not the real Flash.
And the
That's a
most
fun
fun
question.
power that depends
Fun
on
power.
your gameplay or on your style. Personally, I love Quantum, but I discovered the fun of playing Earth somewhat recently, I guess. I'd tried Earth before, but I didn't really try it, I guess. So when I tried it recently, I thought it was more fun than I remembered. What about you, Mr. Nix?
We're right here with you.
I'm actually really enjoying munitions lately.
I was going to say if you say munition,
gadgets.
I'm banning you.
Gadgets is also the way I go always. I've always been gadgets, but yeah, munitions is a fun power to do because it's not a difficult power. It's actually the easiest power in the whole game to understand. You ever want to be a decent DPS and you don't want to have to spend a lot of time and effort into being good in the game? Congrats! Be munitions! And it's fun. Who doesn't want to do a big gun?
Sorry, Tyler, that you regret buying the water power. Personally, I thought the water power was a fun power. I love some of the animation. The shark animation cracks me up every time. I love it.
Water power isn't one of the strongest powers that's out there, but the most burst damage in a moment actually does go to water because water has a supercharge that, if you're at max level, it's about a million plus damage instantly. Like instantly. Like there are some feats that are out there that would require people that are water because that instant damage is so necessary with what you're trying to attempt. So water is good in some moments for sure. And it's fun to look at if you just enjoy power just by what it looks like. Who doesn't like throwing sharks around?
Oh yeah.
And it's a great healing power too. It depends on what you want out of it. If you're just talking about a DPS side, I can understand it. I would highly suggest that you don't give up on it 100%. And maybe you do some research on it. Look at some YouTube videos and stuff. See what others are. You might be surprised by what you find.
Carlos is asking about electricity. Personally, I like it. It's what I use with my Saturn Knight, and I have a couple of other characters that uses it. The one drawback I think maybe I keep on hearing people complain about is it's a bit power hungry. Oh, I got the pedal blast uplink device. So I've seen people complain that it's a bit power hungry. If I'm careful, I can manage my power fine, so it never really was an issue. But yeah, personally, I kind of like electric. But at the end of the day, it depends on the type of power you kind of like, and your playstyle also helps a lot. What about you, Mr. Nix? What do you think of electric?
Oh, I mean, it's an amazing healer power. They have some of the best shields that are out there. They have a great supercharge that's still great to this day. I mean, they're constantly nerfing it left and right, but I mean, it's a little power hungry, yes, but it's a great healing power overall. And actually, electric is great for area of effect or AoE damage. So if you're looking for somebody who is great at bursting out adds, then that's the kind of power that you want. Sorry, I was about to rant for another 5 seconds because we're doing the event version, I got the chest. And the purple chest is the engineer in the event. It's not the one that I'm looking for.
Oh,
it's not
no.
Heatwave. If we were running the regular or elite, we would have got that. Oh man, it's just killing me.
That's okay. We'll tell people to go see to go click on your videos to give you a few views to make up for that.
Again, I'm sorry for my rants. I'll
That's
eventually shut up about that.
It's all right. That's one of the things I hate about the random. Sadly, it's sometimes it seems to be working against you actively.
Yeah, and it's not like I can just use the currency to go buy the the stuff from the vendor because I'm using my alts and my other characters to buy the plans that I need for the generator mods, or I need the catalyst to upgrade my OP back. Like, it's a marathon to try to get everything done. I don't know how people can do this with one character. I genuinely don't. Not this DLC. This is insane.
Well, my guess is that they were hoping to sell replays. But if you use alternates,
that's another video I gotta make about the power of alternate character. Can save you so much time. Actually, my next video is gonna be about the aspect of just seasonals as to why, when you hit level 30, why it's so important for you to get started on them. You don't even need to even be doing it at level 30. If you could start at level 10, by all means, get into it.
Chopsticks is asking the best way to farm casino tokens. There's no real best ways. Just play all the missions, play your daily missions, play your weekly missions. That's the only way to get those tokens.
I have one, and this is even simpler. Just grab the basic one every day. Make sure that you grab it. There are times that I forget to grab that free token that you get every day.
Yeah, yesterday I did that. I was so busy playing the spring seasonal, completely forgot to go pick up my free token.
Yep, same here.
Still got comms on Flash.
On 2 of my characters, so that drove me
There's
nuts.
some sort of barrier in the Speed Force blocking my arrival. But you got this, kid.
Brainiac's probably using Jay Garrick
Alright,
to generate
Brainiac.
that barrier. We gotta free him and release Flash.
Brainiac will finally be able to spread throughout the multiverse, unfettered by
Welcome,
the
Chopsticks.
constraints of time.
You're gonna find yourself plenty fettered by the time we're done with you.
We do what we can, even if sometimes the answer is there's no real way. A trait that makes your character even faster.
That's funny. I've been looking for that too. I've been trying to find that answer. I'm not trying to openly ask individuals about that because I think it's kind of a trait secret. They try not to talk about it too much.
Oh, is there a
So
hack?
essentially no, it's not a hack. So what happens is essentially, like, let's say you're taking on a group of ads, and you want to rush to always be the top one to be able to attack somebody.
Sure.
They'll use this
To
trait
prevent
ability,
my
and you'll get like
acquisition of the
instant super speed.
Force.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's not like you're.
Release that Flash.
Never. Besides losing my tactical advantage, you would use his
Oh,
abilities
we lost you for a
to
few seconds,
undo
Nix.
the Flashpoint
Oh, it was just saying
timeline.
it's something
Damn
else on top of
straight
that.
you would.
Okay.
It's like it's not just the super speed movement mode. It's something else entirely. I've been trying to actually figure that out. I don't have an answer to that yet. I haven't really looked into it that much, honestly. But I know chase numbers. If I chase my DPS numbers, then yes, you have to know that secret. You have to. Or you'll fall behind. Not really? No. Yes, really. There's much skill as just super speed. Oh, there tremendously is. Absolutely. But people don't like to talk.
Brainiac has prepared for this.
Sorry, so what we're saying is that somebody's talking on our group chat. I'm talking about. It's not a secret. Well, then what is it? How many episodes do you think they'll have before the storyline ends?
It'll never end.
I don't think it will end. I don't think they'll do that.
There were rumors way back when that the game would end when they would introduce Darkseid, and that day came and went a couple of times actually, and the game is still going on. So it'll never end as long as people there's people playing the game and subscribing and supporting it. The game will keep going.
Is Is there any dark side styles? Well, you've made some dark side style videos.
Yes, I'm overdue for a new dark side video, and it always gets pushed back because there's always something else coming up instead. But yeah, I should make a dark side video hopefully soon. But there's a few styles. It's not exactly dark side styles, like I'm using part of the Manhunter style to recreate dark side, but there are ways to be able to recreate from dark side. Recently we got the Omega emblem. That was a pretty good style to be able to create a dark side. And there's also a dark side chess piece that you can get from Dark Side's War Factory. So there are a few ways to create a pretty good looking dark side. For a PS5, you're going to be able to transfer your character, so don't even worry about that. Actually, I did make a video. If you watch some of my Legion of Superhero videos, I did make a Largan Monel. Depends on what name he uses at the time. Oh, AB, I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, I would have to translate that too. And that's French, I believe.
Absolutely not. If it was French, I would know it.
Oh, no, that, I'm sorry. Yes, I apologize. Yes,
it's alright, it's alright. I thought we were making a joke.
Nope, that was bad. Sorry.
That's okay. Dang, Anglophone, can't even recognize French. That's crazy talk.
Come on, don't you know? Yo, the Brainiac Style.
Enough data collection. On to actual collection.
Yeah, we really haven't gotten a good enough Brainiac style on the game, do we?
We have a few, but it's like Brainiac drones or something like that. Brainiac, I forget the name. There's like two, maybe three Brainiac styles, but it's about the minions, not really Brainiac himself. For Brainiac himself, we just got the wings recently. Other than that, I guess you could create a classic Brainiac.
Always has.
From like the 60s or something, using various slimlines. But for the, let's say, more recent Brainiac, we don't really have a style per se. The best free-to-play material? There's quite a few. There's the Moonstone material. There's quite a few from like the Atlantis vendor or the Justice League Dark vendor. Like the Shadow material is a pretty awesome material. So there is quite a few. I have a video actually about that. If you look at my videos, I have a video about the free-to-play materials. I think I called it or something like that. So if you look in there, you'll see quite a few of them.
I mean, with us, for the free-to-play characters with open episodes right now, all those vendors, all it costs is just source marks for those materials, so
yep.
Now's the best time to be getting them.
Well, they've just added the wing, and from what I understand from the poll they had recently, we know that apparently Brainiac was a pretty highly requested style. So even though people did not win the poll, the evil Blue Beetle won. We're still going to. I expect we'll see Brainiac style eventually.
I was gonna say, was Brainiac actually a part of the original vote?
Yes.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
Wow. Didn't even make it through the first round. That's rough.
Oh, that's all right. The competition was fierce.
Oh yeah. Apart from the female styles, as well as the end contenders like Zod and Azrael and Blue Beetle.
But Blue Beetle has been highly requested for quite some time, so I would have been surprised if someone else won, but you never know.
Well, apparently the ending vote with Azrael was only a 5% difference, but I think that's crazy.
Carlos, I would go with Guy Gardner. Although out of all the Green Lantern, Alan Scott is probably the one I like best. But amongst the choices you mentioned, I would go with Guy Gardner.
Brainiac
What about you,
always
Mr.
has
Nix?
backups.
So it depends upon what the universe is. If it's comic based, I'm Team Hal Jordan. But if it's like the animated verse, Jon Stewart, there's no question.
Oh yeah. In that case, yes. There's no debate about that. Oh yeah, in Justice League they did a great job with not just Jon Stewart, Hog Girl. They did a really good job fleshing out that character.
And the storylines were good.
Yes.
Like, and that was back in what, early 2000s?
Yes.
Early 2000s?
Yes.
Like, that's crazy just to know that still to this day, still so many of these animated shows still hold. They're still good storylines. They're good ones.
Well, the sad part is that you would have thought that they would have made something better by now, but not so much.
Well, the CW is making
Brainiac
shows and stuff
will
like
be
that.
there
Hey, apparently
to
Zack Snyder did have a
rescue
Green Lantern
failure
figured out.
as
Yeah, I
well.
saw. There's a clip on YouTube showing that,
Yeah.
but he was told that he couldn't use it by Warner at the time.
hmm
So that's why he ended up using Martian Manhunter. Yeah, it would have been nice to see Jon Stewart at the end of the Justice League movie. Well, one of those missed opportunity, I guess.
Brainiac has prepared for this.
The Green Canary from the comics. I have to admit, I haven't seen that.
Green Canary. I don't know what that is.
Is it Black Canary with a Green Lantern ring?
Oh. Oh, that would be interesting. Where have I seen that? I know I've seen that. Because that would be the Lantern ring #1 that she would get. There's no hesitation. If you were to try to pan out, like, saying, like, okay, a random character, what lantern would they fit in? Like, they went to, like, the DC universe. Like, Batman, he would have the yellow lantern, right? It's like-
Yeah.
But, like, you can also do those with, like, Marvel characters, though, too. So, I mean, I watched a YouTuber who made a video on that. He makes that for Vault or various comics and stuff.
Breakthrough says in the Injustice comics, so that makes
Oh,
sense.
yes, that's where I've seen it. Yeah, no surprise,
Brainiac
no
has
surprise.
prepared
That's exactly where I would see it. God, the Injustice comics were so good.
It was a nice Elseworld comic, I would say.
Comic is deceased, dead comic. DC, like, are you saying like Deceased is your favorite storyline in DC? Because I think that's absolutely fantastic as well. Deceased was intense.
I haven't seen that comic. I've heard about it a bit, but I haven't really seen it.
So just think of it as Cyborg has a virus, and if you are watching a computer screen or any kind of electronics at any kind of time, it would trigger the virus.
Ty 2K is asking about the favorite Robin. It's Dick Grayson, and I think you said the same last time.
Yep. No, there's no contest for that.
Breeds multitudes.
It's weird because I would see people defend it and say it's got to be Damien, and I'm like, no.
If I would strongly suggest if somehow people did not read the Teen Titans comics from the early '80s, where they introduced Cyborg and Raven and Starfire, Robin was probably its best version of the character at the time. So I see a lot of people sometimes who don't have a high opinion of Robin, but if you read that Teen Titans run, I guarantee you'll change your opinion on Robin.
Hey, I've seen that Teen Titans has a new comic storyline that revolves around Red X. the return of Red X. They might actually reveal who he is. Might be interesting. Though I would hope that they don't. Honestly, it was always a nice aspect in the Teen Titans universe where they didn't reveal who Red X really was.
Yeah, the mystery made the character, I would say, a bit more interesting. So unless they really pull it off and have a great reveal, it might be better if they don't reveal it.
Right. Cars Thomas, what's the name of the feat? And I'll tell you how to get it.
No. Brainiac is supreme in every timeline.
Oh, I got the henchman. Do you want him?
These defenses.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll make a video about it tomorrow. Unless.
Whew, felt like I'd never get here.
You ready to scream?
I owe you for the assist. Anything I can help with?
Oh, the loot.
Actually, we three need to combine our speed force and fix the timeline.
Guess this is it then. Glad I could get you to this point.
No, Cyborg, you're the best. I can't wait to
I thought you can only get that in the event, so that's good that they can earn it anywhere. That makes it that much more common.
Yeah.
Well, are we ready to do this?
Though I'm full.
Ready.
Let's get rid of
And
that.
together.
We just have to trust that it worked. That the Speed Force is setting things right in its own time and own way. Thank you again. None of this would have been possible without you.
Oh, I need a face to you guys. You guys are...
Red Hood is one of the, I guess, breakaway characters from the past 20 years, I'd say. It pretty much just struck a chord with the audience. Although I wasn't too crazy about it at first. I thought they fumbled a bit. Like originally was
Alright.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, originally Jason Todd was supposed to come back within the Hush storyline, and then at the last minute they decided to change that because people had guessed the supposed twist. But I remember at the time when we first saw the reveal where you saw Hush's mask being torn apart, and it was revealed to be Jason Todd. I really liked that. I thought it was a cool idea having Robin turn into one of Batman's nemesis. I thought it was a cool idea. But then, of course, they changed it at the last minute and they made it so that it was Clayface. So that was a bit disappointing. And then afterwards, when they tried to, I guess they tried to have their cake and eat it too. They changed their mind for the Hush storyline, but then they knew that they had to bring Jason Todd back, so they did that within the Red Hood storyline. But I thought it was a bit cheap that they chickened out the first time, and then finally they did it in a way that I didn't like very much. Like the Superboy punching reality, I didn't think it was a good idea.
Oh yeah. No, that's awful.
That was like there were so many ways. The Lazarus pit, that would have been the simplistic explanation, but I guess they thought it was too obvious and they didn't want to go in that direction. But having Superboy punch reality, that was let's say that was a bit of a stretch.
Excessive.
Yes,
to say the least. Cars, I did see your comment on there. So that feat requires you to defeat the last boss of that first raid, the Voyage, where you have to defeat all the 3 bosses at the end within 10 seconds. So you're going to want to split the burn between all 3. That's the Flash, Weather Wizard that comes in, and who's the other one? Abracadabra. So once each of them show up, tell your group, if you're all on the same page, make sure that your group's all on the same page, to burn them evenly. And then at the end, nuke them.
Batman's son is asking, have you read the comic where Joker kills every Robin? I have not.
That sounds like something like the Batman Who Laughs would done that.
Or is it the Robin King? Like I vaguely remember seeing something like that, but I don't really remember. So
Hey, you're welcome.
There's,
No
there's so
problem.
many alternative versions now. It's a little hard to keep track of all of it.
What's the title for that feat again there, Prime? I know you're trying to heal and we're doing this right now. Tell you what, tell me after we're done with this.
Tyler, oh, everyone loves the Batman who laughs. It seems to have struck a chord with the audience.
Well, it's a love-hate relationship with the Batman Who Laughs, because we loved seeing it at first, but then it got really excessive.
Oh, yes.
And it became a little bit too much, honestly. If I'm being honest. Oh, I'm gonna get nuked here in about 5 seconds.
Oh, no!
Yep.
I'll save you.
Of Central City? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I already had that feat, so I'm not crazy about titles. I don't even know. What's my title on this character? Do I even have one?
No. Just Nick's the Black Mask. Nick's Black Mask.
Well, if there was Crime Lord, I'd probably put that on there if it was interesting. Oh, I think we need a healer. Anybody need a healer in the group?
We have the
Allen.
Android.
Go healer. Oh, Droid too. But Droid isn't really great, I don't think. Oh, wait, no, there it is. Next, to do the super speed movement mode trick right after fight ad, just hold the movement mode. Yeah, I know, I saw that. I already wrote it down. I'm gonna try it, because that's probably a video I should probably make, so let people know.
You're gonna have to put it on the list.
Yeah, I'll actually have to add something to my list, not just like you having to add something to your list.
Don't worry, sooner or later you'll have a long list. I guarantee it.
No, I will not. No, I will not. That's
You have no
actually something
choice.
that's important, though, for a new individual who's hit level 30 if they want to try and keep up with some people who are at the end game content. So that's actually vital to my channel.
What's your favorite episode so far? I really enjoyed Metal Part 1.
Yep,
So I would
same
have
here.
to say that one.
Yep, that was gonna be my guess.
Espores or Spores?
Spores?
Tyler is saying if he ever becomes a member, he'll make a league called either S-Pores or Spores.
Spores. Interesting.
It's alright. Unless there's a
Yes.
typo in there.
It's alright.
S-Pores. Okay.
Just try not to associate with the Black Mask, or he might send somebody to kill you. You have to push it down and push forward. Yes, repeatedly. Yeah, okay. Well, no problems. If I have to, I'll rewatch this video that when Multiverse posts it. I'll rewatch it just to make sure I got all your information right. So I hope you have explained it right, because I might be quoting you in my video. So do yourself a justice. Make sure that you got your info right.
Holy crap! That was a strike.
I love it when he does that. That's actually hilarious to watch.
Ah.
Bunch of corpses over there. I don't want to go over there. I'm going to join you. No, you can't even pick up any people. I like it. Yeah. I almost had you.
I went down. Because I tried to pick someone up.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's a suicide mission.
I'll be back soon. Yeah, I should have said to Hades with you and.
Stomped out by Doomsday. Yep, same here.
Evil Doomsday.
Yeah, I don't even want to even get up right now because I'll go right back down.
Yeah, just wait.
All right, now I can get up. I think.
There's a lot of. There was a lot of effects where you were, and I wasn't sure if some of it might be Doomsday.
Yeah, that's troublesome.
Oh, Connell went down.
But we beat.
Hey, we won!
Doomsday's
Basket of
been
victory! Strike a pose.
Let's give a little bow to everyone, and then let's move to the generals. So if you guys need the generals, come and join us. We'll fight at least a couple of them a few times. We still have some time.
Can you get armories if you are a free-to-play player?
Everyone gets at least one armory, but then afterwards you have to buy them. So the answer sadly is yes for the free one, but then no afterwards.
Yep. And if you want to stay relevant and you're working towards your content and stuff like that, you will need multiple armories. Multiple armories. At least, I would say at least 3. 3 is a good number of armories, I think.
Oh, I would say 4.
4? Sure. Yeah, if you want to make a PvP armory, I get you on that. Yep. So like, I would say like, yeah, we just have hot girls here, so that's okay.
I would say 4 because you'll want at least a DPS armory. Let's say in this case a controller armory. But even in the case of controller, you may want to have maybe 2 controllers armory for certain situations. And having a PvP armory, not a bad thing either.
Right. So like I would tell people have a single target loadout for an armory. So like if you're fighting the boss 1v1, there's no ads, you're gonna want that armory. If you're fighting ads in a hallway going into a boss fight, you're gonna want that armory. You're going to want your alternate role. So like let's say your alternate role is a controller. You're going to want that as your armory, and you're going to want a PvP armory.
Tyler is asking if we like the Merciless. Oh yeah, I like him fine. It's a cool looking character.
Oh yeah, for sure. Merciless was one of my favorite.
And to get his style, it's simple enough. You have to. It's the style you can purchase from the vendors in Metal Part 1. So just level up. Yeah. Yeah, but he probably needs the combat rating for the DLC.
That too. Sure.
So you're gonna have to level up your character to the point where you can play the Metal Part 1 missions. I forget the actual combat rating. I would say 254, but I could be misremembering. And then you can just buy the style from the vendor. And as Nick said, at this point you only need source marks. So.
Seriously?
Alright, that's one general down.
So let's wait for the next wave.
When there's only one hyper, yep, it's a very easy fight. Can you get any free brokers or banks? The answer is...
yes.
Technically?
You have to gather the collections, though. If you look in my videos, I have a video about like how to get the free broker or how to get free banks or something like that. At the end of the day, I did those a while ago, but it's still the same thing. Yeah, you have to go in certain areas, you have to farm for the collections, and you have to get all 12 collections you need. And it's the same for all the amenities. All the amenities have 12 collections that you can gather in certain places. Like some of them will be around the Arkham Island. Others will be Striker Island. There's Steelworks and Ace Chemicals. So if you farm in those areas for collections, you'll get the collections you need for the diverse amenities. I forget which amenity. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say that when I was talking to you guys earlier about some of the trades that I would do when I was a free-to-play character, those are the collections I would get for people. It's like that was always important to everybody. They want to have a broker at their base. I mean, who wouldn't want a broker, right?
Yes. And also, these are, last I checked, these were still somewhat valuable in a broker. So if you farm for those collections, a question people often ask is, how can you make money in this universe online? That would be one way. People are still need those collections. So if you farm for those, you should be able to make at least a bit of cash. I know Pennymates is asking, yeah, the channel is Nyx the Black Mask. So if you see the face of our friend Nyx, that's the one. Someone is asking, oh, I forgot the name. Benji is asking about the Green Lantern glowing materials or chroma. At this point, you have to buy them from the broker. That's the only way to be able to get those. Who knows? Maybe someday, many years from now, they'll come back in a future Resurgence Mega Capsule. But at this point in time, the broker is your only option. Or even the broker, I would say even worse, the trade chat is probably your only option. Although I didn't check I didn't check for those materials on the broker in a while, so they might still be there. But I suspect you might have to look on the trade chat, unless Nick's remembers seeing them on the broker recently.
Sorry, you're gonna have to say that again. I got lost in the chat there. Can you repeat
The Green
that?
Lantern materials, the Green Lantern material or the chroma. If you can still get them from the broker, or do you have to get them from the trade chat now?
I think only from the trade chat now.
The trade chat, yeah, I thought as much. And it's so on the trade chat, it's probably going to be $1 billion or more. So it'll be expensive. Ah, Evil Omega.
Is that it?
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ooh, never mind.
Oh, that
but
was.
But everybody else,
that was a strike.
we're dead.
We'll get you back. Oh, maybe not. I know, Pennymates. If you have only 2,000 cash, it's because you are a free-to-play player.
Bring it.
Or premium? Is that not for premium? Isn't
Premium
free to
is,
play 150?
Premium is 3,000.
Back
Oh.
off.
All right, you got me there.
That's alright. So you get the benefit. You can play the game for free, but sadly you do have restrictions if you do that.
I mean, they're planning on adding more and more benefits these days to membership, so hopefully, and they're asking us, the community, as to what do we want for a membership like perk. So once we get those results, it'll be a little bit easier to convince you guys to get membership.
But even though they ask for suggestions, if they don't follow your suggestions, sadly it happens. There's this great quote in the movie Deep Impact by Morgan Freeman where he says, "I believe God hears all the prayers, even if sometimes the answer is no." And that pretty much describes the devs. Sometimes they'll ask for our feedback, and even if we give them our feedback, there's no guarantee that they'll follow it.
Sure, for sure.
But at least give it so that they give them an idea of what people want.
I warned you.
Obviously, some of the feedback is things like getting 1,000 stabilizer a day or something. So obviously, you know those won't happen. But
Yeah,
I'm exaggerating a bit.
Let's not get crazy here with people and their ideas as to what they would want.
No, the game is not the demo. You just don't really have access to the broker, is all. Because you pretty much have access to all the missions. So you can play all the missions. You can. Oh, sorry. I was. So you get access to all the missions. The only real thing you don't have access to is the broker.
Seriously?
I got a Robin cap. Is that rare? No, not really.
And you cannot sell it anyway. It comes from the broker from the vault. The items in the vault are not tradable and are not sellable.
It's nice though. There are multiple different random styles that you'll find in the vault over a period of time. So yeah.
Well, there's a few styles. Like there's the Superboy hoodie that you have a chance of getting in the vault. Which there used to be the Superman hoodie on the vendor, but they on the marketplace, but they removed that. So now it makes the Superboy hoodie a little bit more valuable, I guess. If you have a league and lose your membership, do you lose your league? Not as far as I know.
Nope, you don't. Your league has already been purchased. That's something that you had to actually buy. You can't just get it if you're a member.
Best free-to-play feeds? I'll let Mr. Nix answer that one.
PvP. PvP. You can do anything and everything of what you want if you are working on PvP if you're free to play. can do Legends PvE, you can do Legends PvP, you can do regular PvP, anything.
Carlos is asking about the Blue Beetle style. The style they're making is the Jamie Reyes style, and it's going to come out in the fourth quarter of 2021. So by the end of the year, we should have a new Blue Beetle style at the latest.
I'm just curious how they're going to introduce that.
I have to admit, I am too. Because they supposedly they did mention that they're not going to introduce that in a time capsule, and it's not going to be part of an episode as well. So all I can think of at this point right now is the marketplace. How many skill points do you have? I have to admit, I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't remember. We'll just finish fighting those guys, and I'll show it to you afterwards. Oh, we're fighting Ocean Master. I was wondering why he was.
Multi, if you don't mind, or if our controller can hear us, I don't think he is actually here in the fight. Can you switch to controller?
Oh, sure.
See, our enemy here, Ocean Master, needs a healing debuff. If not, he's continuously getting health.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was seeing him healing himself, and then I realized, oh, that's Ocean Master.
Yeah, he's like one of the only ones you need to have a healing debuff on him.
Back off.
Flashpoint Penguin is kind of scary if you look at his face. Not as scary as the version of Penguin in the Starro duo when he's got a Starro on his face. Tell me something that's scarier than that. Go ahead. I'll give you a couple moments. Nothing? Okay, that's good. Yeah, I didn't think so.
I guess we should defeat Hawkgirl first, and then focus on Ocean Master.
Yeah, our damage is too split right now, so we might just focus on one. I remember seeing that that version in the duo. I was like, oh, that's terrifying. Oh, this is awful. My gear is shattered.
I warned you.
Oh, noes.
Yeah.
Hey!
Ouch.
Seriously?
My favorite Blue Beetle, it has to be Ted Cord.
Yeah, I think that has to be everybody's favorite, honestly. I mean, Reyes is nice and all that stuff, but you gotta give credit to the originals.
And is the Hive promo worth it? I would say yes. Sorry, Nate.
Yes, but what I was just saying there, you have to give credit to the original. I mean, it was the starting point. I mean, Jaime Reyes is a great Blue Beetle, don't get me wrong, because he kind of uses it in a different way. Oh, thank you for the repair god. That's very good. Thank you. But yeah, you gotta go take Cord. Him and Booster Gold are a great duo.
Oh yeah.
Now that would be a fun DLC.
The blue and the gold.
The blue and the gold.
There were rumors of I forget if it was a TV show or a movie in the 90s about them, but that never happened.
I don't know if it was in. I mean, unless it would take place in the 90s, but I thought we had. I don't think that rumor was that long ago. But I think it was a movie.
We already had that rumor way back when.
Yep. Keep throwing that healing debuff there, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, the Hive Chrome was totally worth it. You should totally get that. Blue and gold, I like that duo. Yeah, that'd be a great duo. There was a point in time in I think it was also in the Injustice comics, where they were taking on Starro, who had a Red Lantern ring. Nothing more glorious than that. You talk about crazy. Injustice did it. You think of some of the crazy aspects of what characters would be like? Yeah. Injustice would do it. Like Starro with a red lantern ring? It's crazy. Are time capsules worth it for free to play? Yes, they are. They'll get you gear.
It'll get you certain styles that you could purchase on Booster Gold at some point, but it'll take a while. Let's give a little bow to everyone.
You can get artifacts.
So I think we're pretty much done for today. What do you think, Mr. Nix?
Yeah, I think we did pretty well here. I think we are ready to go.
Let's say a little thank you to people in the group.
Every time I try to play the Voyage, I won't start. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but...
This town is wild. I've never had so much fun.
Hello, Chantip Chia. Sadly, we're just about to be done. So thank you very much, guys, for being here tonight. Thank you for those who came to play with us. Thank you for you guys who came to watch and send us your comments. It was nice. It was nice to chat with you guys. So next week, what we'll do is that we'll try to play the regular version of the missions. So next week, we'll probably expect people to be combat rating 322, so that we can enter in that mission. I'll put a post about that a bit later this week to remember you guys. XD is asking, will either of you do a face reveal? Maybe. We'll have to give it some thoughts.
No.
Oh, Mr. Nick says no's, so it won't happen. I don't know. I'm thinking if I do that, it'll be for some sort of a milestone. I know we have the 20,000 milestone just around the corner, but I don't think I'll do it for that. Probably at a later point. I just couldn't tell you when. And I don't see the value of that. I'm not sure how to properly explain it. My videos won't be better or worse if you guys see my face. I know that it's popular for YouTubers to like have their face in the corner when they live stream. I don't know how to do that with PS4, and I don't really see the point of doing that. So any last words, Mr. Nix? Oh, that is speaking of Mr. Nix. Guys, go check Mr. Nix the Black Mask channel on YouTube. He has a handful of videos at this point. When's your next video, Mr. Nix? I'll put a bit of pressure on you to produce more content.
Oh, you know how much I love it when you do that.
Of course.
Probably. I'll aim for about a week from today. And it'll be about the spring seasonal as to why it's important for somebody who is leveling up their character to be doing the seasonal and to be constantly active and not falling behind. And then I'll probably make a video also about the spring seasonal, how to make money.
So go encourage our friend Nix. He deserves it. He has a nice channel. He has some nice videos, and it gives some nice tips for you guys. So go encourage him. Go watch his videos. Go subscribe. Go click on the thumbs up, and a lot of good stuff like that.
Well, make sure you return the favor to Multi, though, too.
Ah, you're so nice. Oh,
I know, right? No, it's not like me.
One last question just for you, Mr. Nix. Why don't you stream?
Why don't I stream? It's not important to my channel. So, again, when it comes to my channel, I'm trying to post the kind of content that is permanent. It's something that is always something that somebody can look back to. So, like, I'm trying to get something that's like a storyboard of videos that people will relate to for years to come. So, just me randomly streaming is out of my context of my videos. It's like when people ask me, why don't you post whatever is coming up in the week? You know, like the wheat event is the spring season. Why don't you make a video about the spring season or doing the Q&A and stuff like that? And it's like, no, my channel is not for that. I'm the next tier up. You know, I let that to others to do that.
Because videos like with, let's say, the spring seasonals, or even when they announce some updates, these are videos that are just for a short period of time. Like in the long run, if I make a video, let's say about game update 113, by next month that video will be obsolete and no one will watch it anymore. So Mr. Nix is trying to make something that will last in time, and those videos don't do that, sadly. So thank you very much, guys, for being here. Either for those who played with us, those who watched, those who chatted with us, it's much appreciated. Thank you for Mr. Nix for being here.
Yeah, even later, even though we went at a later time, still a lot of fun. It's always nice working with you guys. Except for when I get the combinations or the gear of the stuff that I can't use.
That's all right. One last question, Youssef. Yes, the answer is yes, I do speak French. So thank you guys for being here tonight. And so next week, we'll ask for people to be combat rating 322 so that we can play the regular version of the Flashpoint missions. So have a good weekend, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.
Take care, guys.